on debut. So the Chesham Stakes, a listed contest, 7 furlongs, gets us underway. The final day of Ascot, and they're off and racing. Pretty good line, a little bit slow away was Matt Luke. Carolina Reaper has jumped well, and up the centre of the racecourse leads with Snellen. Over on the far side, showing a pace at this stage, is Dallas Star, and he's racing slightly away from the others. Namonti comes to join them, just racing behind the leaders, in company as well with the white face of Lightning Leo. Pearls and Rubies just in that second wave, in company with Warney. Sadati is also in that group. Golden Mind's closest to us. Then we have Content, who races on the inside of Count Palatine, who's a little keen on the way down to the start. Warney, the debutante's holding the position okay. La Garida is towards the back early on, in company with Matt Luke, and they're already racing on towards halfway. Carolina Reaper leads the group on the near side. Far side, it is still Dallas Star who shows the lead. They're being trapped by Pearls and Rubies over on that far side, with Namonti and May May. Coming down the centre, Lightning Leo breaks cover. That's the horse with a big white face and socks. Then Sadati as they make their way, still with 2.5 furlongs to go. Out in the lead is Dallas Star with Lightning Leo. Pearls and Rubies exploring a gap as Carolina Reaper tries to pick up as well. All of a sudden there's a lot of chances here, with Content making ground. Also ground is Snellen as they make their way with 1.5 furlongs to go. Pearls and Rubies in the centre. Moves through now with Snellen. Between the pair, still sticking on is Carolina Reaper. It is Snellen who leads to Chesham inside the last. Pearls and Rubies with Golden Mind trying hard to stay on. Snellen under the near side. Pearls and Ruby out in the centre with Odyssey coming well. Snellen maybe narrowly in front. They hit the line close. That is tight. Snellen near side. Pearls and Rubies the far side. Golden Mind, Odyssey and Hot Fuss, who made ground late over on the far side from Dallas Star. They are wide apart. First impressions was that Snellen had just held on, but it is close. Snellen, head down, has just won the Chesham by about a head or so. Pearls and Ruby's rider looks across Ryan Moore, but he will see that Gary Carroll and Snellen are just in front, I think, with Golden Mind on the near side, probably getting third as well. Odyssey and Hot Fuss also ran really well in 4th and 5th. A pair of Irish fillies fought out the finish, but Pearls and Rubies just came up short as Snellen made it 2 out of 2. Still officially a photo.
And a Snellen is an eye test for acuity. I thought initially the photograph might need a close eye, but it was 1 to 20 initially, Snellen, and then went no offers quickly. It looked like she's definitely got there in the colours of Lindsay LaRoche for Gavin Cromwell, who's had winners at the Cheltenham Festival, and Gary Carroll riding well in front here.
Yeah, she quickened up really nicely, and obviously that stand side has just about managed to be the place with the Golden Highway.
She has won. 17 has won. Snellen.
I think Pearls and Ruby was staying on again towards the end. Snellen didn't look like she was pulling up. She was pretty honest, but the runner-up found another gear late on, and she's going to stay further.
Absolutely, and if you think she managed to win over 7 furlongs on debut, Ryan goes and commits about 1.5 furlongs down, and I bet the punters were thinking, we've collected again another one for the O'Brien team, but not to be. It's the other Irish raider at a massive price coming in through off the back of that Limerick success.
Yeah, it was relatively close, or very close in the end, wasn't it? But Snellen, probably a little bit forgotten in the market. The punters were cheering for sure for the favourite Pearls and Rubies. This is well named, actually, Expert Eye, and the Snellen is the chart. You know, when you go to the to have your eye test, you have to read the letters, and they start big and get smaller and smaller and smaller. That's a Snellen, apparently. I never knew that.
Yeah, this jockey cam's on Golden Mind, who's closing, but can't get there on the near side. And there is the evidence. Snellen beating the hot favourite. Punters, as you say, Jason, denied once again. It's the blue colours who have won. And won quite cosily in the end, Jason, further than I thought, actually.
Yeah, absolutely, and well done. Big success as well for Gary Carroll. He's a regular around the 30, 40, 50 winner mark over in Ireland. Super consistent. Got to go back through some pretty decent horses he's ridden for the likes of Mick Halford, Jer Lyons down the years, and great for him to get the big one on the board.
Yeah, Richie, the second win at the Royal Meeting for him, who won the 2021 Royal Meeting with Quick Susie. Another one here.
Fabulous effort from this horse and rider, and let's start with what you made of the finish and whether you were aware when you hit the line that you were in front, Gary.
No, I thought it was beat, to be honest. I thought we'd all be staying stand side. Most fancy ones were there. They ended up further away from me. The last half furlong was a long half furlong for me. She was looking for company and starting to lean a bit, but She's very good, really.
She's something else because she's improved very quickly in a short space of time, and she also looks so willing. I mean, that's what you want from any horse.
She's a great attitude. Like, she's only really after coming in the last month. We were going to run her here in this race first time out, and then she won a barrier trial. She went. Limerick race presented itself, and it was an ideal starting point, and she was very green that day, so I'm glad we gave her the run.
I've got to say, Gary, it's some buzz just standing down here watching the racing. I mean, how much are you aware of all the noise when you were let out from the gates and the roar of the crowd at the finish?
Yeah, you can hear it from the inside the tree pole. There's an energy that comes in it. It gets me going anyway.
Well, many congratulations. Well done to you all.
Thanks a million, Richie. Thank you.
Well, here he is, Gavin Cromwell, already a Royal Ascot hero. He's a champion hurdle hero. He's a Stayers hurdle winner. And, of course, now Royal Ascot again, Gavin. This horse seemingly has always shown you a bit favoured at Limerick when winning first time.
Yeah, and she won a barrier trial before that. Yeah, she's just... she's been nice and with her go, and she's progressing, and I think she's going to improve as well.
A horse who will always be very quick or will stay further than sort of 7 furlongs a mile in time?
Yeah, her dam, I think, won over a mile and a half, so I think she's certainly going to stay plenty further.
So will you be thinking you've got a proper classic contender on your hands here?
I haven't even thought about it, to be honest. But listen, we enjoyed today, and it's fantastic.
And Gavin, it's an extraordinary operation yours. Not many people manage to win the kind of Cheltenham races you do, plus Royal Ascot races. How do you do it?
I don't know. Look, we just trained them, and yeah, thankfully we're getting a few winners.
Have horse will train.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations. Huge day for you and your owner, Lindsay. We really wish you all the best. Well done.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you.
And there is the result. The winner would offer 12-1. Favourite beaten by a whisker, though Rasheen Henry and Sue Magna have got a nice filly on their hands there for the future. Likewise, Richard Fahey and Golden Mind. It was tip my hat to Odyssey. Megan, 125-1 in fourth. They're going to have quite an adventure, aren't they? Pinnacle thoroughbred. She ran well.
Yeah, I think it was actually a dead heat for third in the end with Golden Mind and Odyssey. It was, which I think that's our first dead heat of the week, isn't it? But for third place anyway. And Patrick Owen's only a small trainer, only a couple of horses really, but he does well with them, and he was a huge improver from his debut at Yarmouth, and they'll be delighted to be in the winners' enclosure of such a big meeting.
Yeah, very first runner at Royal Ascot for them, and ran in that same Yarmouth race as a few of the others here. Only finished 7th that day, but learning curve, and has come on to dead heat for third here. Very impressive.
Yeah, let's confirm that. I didn't spot that. Thank you, Meg. It was a dead heat for third, as you can see there, Golden Mind. And obviously, the favourite went off at 12-1, paid a little bit bigger, as it tends to do this week on the Whirlpool and the Tote, when it doesn't involve one of the big guns that the Asian market gets stuck into. The Dotories, the Moors, the Coolmore horses. Holly Doyle's always very popular on the Whirlpool as well. Paid £14.30. Here's the debrief. Gary Carroll with the connections. The winner in the colours of Lindsay LaRoche, and 297,000 of you in the ITV7 today. Hopefully plenty of you had the winner.
That's amazing, going for £250,000 today in the ITV7, and bred also by Lindsay LaRoche, this one Snellen, so a home bred, which makes it all the more satisfying. Ruby, what was your take?
So it was an interesting race to watch, Francesca, but both fillies, when they got deeper into the race, started to drift further and further apart. We'll pick them up where they're just at the furlong pole, really. Snellen in the blue and Pearls and Rubies in the checks and the white sleeves, but they're like probably 6 horses apart at this stage. But as they start to race and both riders start to ride them a bit more vigorously, they both start to drift. Ryan Morris, he's whipping his right hand, so he's trying his best to stop his filly, whereas Gary Carroll's, when he's sticking his right hand too, his filly Snellen is running away from the whip. But she ran that way at Limerick too, and when Gary put it down there, he could have, probably should have stuck it over in his left, but he did enough to hang on because Pearl and Rubies was drifting too.
Well, Patrick Owen's just been giving his horse a kiss. You're probably going to be giving a few more now. I was with you at Yarmouth not so long ago, and you won a really small race there, and you sung for about half an hour about what it meant to you. You've just finished third in the Chesham at Royal Ascot. Patrick, the floor is yours.
Buzzing, everyone. I tell you something, this is just unbelievable. Had a lot of faith in this horse. He ran at Yarmouth. He was only beaten 3 and a bit lengths, 4 lengths. completely overlooked. Do you know what? We've had a few runners. Remember I said I was working that weekend? I'm working this weekend as well. I'm back on tomorrow. But I'm telling you something. I'm so proud of him. Richard and Kay are brilliant. But the horse, I'm telling you, I've had faith in this horse since the day we got him. Gave him a couple easy breezes, February, just over a furlong. Turned him away for 2 weeks. And you know what? I'm just so proud of him. Completely overlooked today. We had a line through a few of these runners. I was happy with the draw, happy with the ground. You know, we had Jim on board, brilliant. You know, Jim's just a fantastic jock. But look at him. He loves to run. He's so happy. He'll get a lot of TLC when he goes home tonight. They get it every night. It doesn't matter what the horse, but...
Well, that's the key with you, Patrick.
I don't care.
You're looking at a good horse here, but if this was the worst race on the planet, you would still be kissing and cuddling and crying.
I tell you, if it wasn't for him and it wasn't for every other horse, we wouldn't be here. Or we wouldn't be going to Yarmouth or wherever. We wouldn't be here. You know, this is unbelievable. They do so much for us. Look at him. Here's Pricked. He's just, it's crazy. Brings me to a place like Royal Ascot. You know, this is like the Tour de France of racing. You know, the Tour de France got the 21 stages. We got, you know, the days of racing here. Each race is like a stage, and we're getting up there competing with the best, and we've proved we can do it. That's another one we've got in black type. 9 runners in black type races, 5 of them have been in the first 3.
The only problem with today, Patrick, is that we have got more races to come, because otherwise we could talk to you all day.
But you know, you should buy a horse and put it in training with me, Matt, and then you can stop by whenever you want. Bring the mic, bring these guys, and I'll tell you something, we'll have a whale of a time.
I tell you, we're having a whale of a time anyway, but it's not a bad idea. I'll think of it.
Hey, everyone, get him to
maybe we
buy
could
me a
get Ed
horse.
Chamberlain to come
He
in
will.
halves with
He's
me,
minted, I
because
heard.
he's always wanted to be together with me
Everyone
on something.
tell him
Don't want a
and Ed to buy a horse. Him and Ed buy a horse, send it to me, and follow him on ITV.
There we go, Ed. I know you couldn't imagine anything more fun than coming racing with me.
And Patrick Owens.